Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, happy solstice. If it is winter where you are, or if we are in that hot summer. My goodness, it is so hot here, so humid. There's no time that I'm not sweating. There's no time. I go to bed sweaty. I wake up sweaty. It's not even hot inside, and it's just humid. It's so humid where I live during this part of the year. And so hopefully wherever you are, you're warm enough, you're cozy enough, or you're cool enough. You have a little shade, a little reprieve. Now, we have Aquarius, the Ace of Discs. This is one I don't often think about, but when it comes up, I'm very excited to see it. It is a beginning. It is when things are finally starting to come together. It is that moment when you have been procrastinating. Okay, let's use an example here, right? I don't know. How about this? You have to re-grout the bathroom. Just a little bit. I'm not talking like, days of work. I'm not talking, I don't want to pay because it's really expensive, so I'm going to DIY this thing, and it turns into a disaster. No. We're talking a little bit, okay? You know what? Scratch that. Not just regrouting. Maybe you're cleaning it. You're deep cleaning. Is it like the top of the priority list? No, not really. But, you need to get there. You need to get it done. It's there. It's sitting there. And you have chosen against it a few times. Maybe even for a couple months. Maybe even like you're standing there looking at it and you're like, I think the last time I cleaned this was like before Christmas. Has it been that long? But then that Ace of Discs shows up, and I don't know what it is about some days. We just get up and we start doing all the stuff. So I feel you. You're tackling it. You're not waiting around. You're going to get moving. You're going to build something here. You're going to create something here. You are going to fortify something here. So let's see. Let's see where it's headed. All right. We're going to turn this thing around. We're going to turn it around. All right. Oh. Okay. Sometimes a little bit too tappy. Okay, here we go. So I want to say thank you. I love you. It's so wonderful to see you. Thank you for sharing your time and energies with me. We have a goddess here. Look at her. She's beautiful. Here's the head. Here we have the body. Okay, this kind of rounded, almost looks like maybe wearing a robe. Arms stretched out, pointing. Now we also have a bird. So that is our messenger. Up here, we have, it looks like a feminine person, maybe. I mean, I'm reading it as feminine. It feels like an oracle, maybe some kind of seer, diviner, maybe a tea leaf reader. I don't know. But sitting here in this position with the knee kind of high and the arm kind of over. So in a contemplative, but also vulnerable, but like a posture of a leader. If you could imagine everybody around a campfire and somebody is kind of in that elevated space, and they're the ones, telling the story, and they're seated in this kind of open, legs maybe parted a little bit, their elbows on their knees, and looking up towards the sky, looking at the fire, looking at everybody in the eyes as they speak to each one. And power. There's power. Power here. We have here the wolf. Above, we have the semicolon. Now, there is a movement, or there was, I don't know if people still do it or not. These are survivors of, unaliving self, right? And I'm not going to place that on anybody. I won't assign it to anybody in your life or you, I don't know. But there's an energy of having gone to the brink, the borderlands, that place, despair, deep depression, loss, grief, the suffering. And I can feel it. I can hear it. I can hear like the it's going to make me cry. I can hear the weeping of a mother. And how that affected their life, your life, everybody's lives, right? Now, maybe you are that weeping mother. Maybe you are the person they wept for. Maybe this is something that happened within family. But I feel that out of whatever it is, I don't know if it was a complete loss or if this is like somebody they love is struggling. It could be like addiction, mental health stuff. I don't know. The state of the world, I don't know. But some of us crumble. Some of us don't know how to go on. Some of us, we go to that brink and we don't come back. Now, I don't have that tattoo, but I will say that, if you've seen my arms, I usually cover them up. You can see, I've lived in those borderlands, and I laugh not because it's funny, but it's uncomfortable to kind of say a little bit. And I had 2 NDEs. One, I overdosed. The second one, it was not that one was not intentional, but the second one it was right after my first husband passed away. And I was in a coma and I was hospital, all the stuff. Hard times, right? So I won't say that I understand completely, but I know those places very well. Happy solstice. But I also know that strength. Oh, that Queen of Wands power. That's what this is. The Queen of Wands. Do you remember her? Have you seen her? Go look her up. She has walked through lifetimes of struggle, ordeal, prejudice, hatred, poor circumstances. Just plain bad luck sometimes. But you know what? She's walked through those fires and she has shed so many skins, and she's become so many things. And she is. And she continues on, and she is ferocious. But she's also love. She's power. She can look at you in the eyes, and you know. I'm gonna freaking get through this. And not only am I gonna get through whatever these things are, I'm gonna come out the person I've only dreamt I could be. And you know what? I'm gonna not only thrive in my own life, but I'm gonna take people with me. Anybody that I can take along with me, that I can walk next to, that I can help up off the ground, that's what I'm going to do. So I wonder, are you a psychologist? Are you a counselor? Are you a healer? Are you a mother? A father, a grandparent, a beloved, a friend? Are you somebody who cares about your community, your work, family? The guy you see, at the corner store every day? Just hangs out there drinking his coffee, whatever he's doing, Are you that person? Because I think you are. You are something out here loving, leading, being there. You are somebody that people need. Not just want. I'm sure that people want you as well. Come on, Aquarius. You got that. You all are such beautiful people. I've never met an Aquarius that I wasn't like, dang, there's something about that person. You know what I mean? So you are somebody that people need. You are. Now, the goddess image here, that very much, and you can even see it looks like we have even kind of like the heart right here. We have birds, we have the messengers. Down here, though, it reminds me of like a little campfire, a burning furnace. This is definitely that wand energy as well. Okay, so you have that, and it's almost kind of an Isis energy as well. Right? A revealer goddess, the high priestess energy. Isis is notably silent, right? Not silenced, but silent. Only expressing when absolutely necessary, but also an emphasis on action versus words. Now, words are infinitely important. Whenever I hear, like in pop psychology, where they talk about like, oh, your words, you can say it over and over, apologize a million times, whatever. They don't mean anything without action. Yes, I definitely, yes, right? That's common sense. But do not abandon the power of words, of the word, right? In almost all, especially obviously the Abrahamic religions, but in most systems, somewhere in the cosmology, not the the creation stories, right? there's some thing about utterance, about the word, the holy, the sacred, the mystery, the ineffable, right? So I was going to say devastatingly beautiful, eternal, majestic, whatever it is, it is ineffable because it is beyond words. Utterance. I don't know. I don't need, like, we look for it. They have so many names for it, hidden, out there, ambiguous, whatever, but do not abandon the sacred, magical, and, people like Burroughs, the mind virus, right? The language as a mind virus. Words are powerful. They're powerful. So, I feel like this is a place where we should I'm not going to do the exercise here, but what I want you to do, I want you to find a power word in this cycle for yourself. So how do you find that word? I like to get a book, a holy book, a novel, like one of those romantic, paperback books that moms read. I should try some of those like romantic Harlequin novels or whatever. But it doesn't matter. Whatever you feel drawn to. Get that book, close your eyes, flip the pages and point. Stop and point somewhere, right? Like you do, they do like on the globe. Where should we go? You spin it and right there, wherever. You pick it at random. So try this power word. Now, you could also meditate on it and ask for, make appeals to have it revealed to you. Whatever works. I'm sure you have some kind of established, spiritual practices and things. But I do. Look for your power word. I think that's important. Now, we have the message coming through. It looks like some kind of conflict within the family. We have two people. We have one grabbing the other. It looks like from the back, and they're trying to, I feel like they're trying to get away. Now, I don't know that this is literal, right? But I do feel like there is this really somebody in your life, and I wonder, I almost kind of feel like, do you have adult children or, teenage children or something? I feel like they're always bickering at each other. They're always sniping at each other. There's just this like disharmony. And I feel like for you, seeing people that you love be in this conflict for like basically, as far as you know, no reason. It just absolutely stresses you out. I feel like this is something that you have almost like just hands in the air. I don't know what to do anymore. I've tried everything here. And yet they still continually go at it. We had that wolf up there with the moon, right here with the moon overhead. Also, we did talk about this semicolon or whatever. But the wolf, yes. So I do also feel like there's a sense of like being in kind of a dreamy, creative place as well. But I do think you have heightened anxieties at times, and I think this is where it is derived from. I feel like you kind of almost ruminate over, what could I do? What should I have done? That kind of thing. I think ultimately, it will work. As these things do, they work themselves out. And I think that's probably going to be the case here as well. Now, we have the number 9. I think number 9 is going to be a really important number for you. And I see the name Ty, maybe Tyler. Also, it looks like we have either C8 or CB, maybe initials. Excuse me. Okay. So we have 2 people running. Okay, one has a fish. So I feel like, yeah, and this other one has a bird. Interesting. Look, it almost looks like they have the crown, the lunar crown. So maybe kind of a Diana. And then this one, we have the number 8. So we have the number 9 meeting the number 8. One with money, possibly resources. Maybe it's like their life is together. Now we have the other person over here who I feel is more of like the hunter, the creative, the night-sighted person. We have that lunar goddess energy. And chasing, trying to get a message through to this other person. But I feel like it's almost kind of like they're very, and this might be you, honestly. I think because we have this like emphasis on building something with that Ace of Discs energy, I feel like you're focused on, making money, building something up for yourself, getting your life sorted, continuing to do so, but also the upkeep, right? Keeping things going. And you have this other person in your life who I feel like you've had maybe complicated periods of time with, and I feel like there's a lot of love. It looks like there's a lot of love, but I don't know, maybe you're separated right now or you haven't talked in a while or whatever, but I feel like they have turned their gaze towards you, and there is this almost like an onslaught of maybe indirect trying to get a hold of or get a message through to, and this might be like passive posting, kind of veiled posts about you or whatever, or talking to other people, kind of, asking about you and that kind of thing, dropping hints and all of that. Now here we have, again, the fish. So I think it's like you really do, I feel like all of this means a lot to you, and this person means a lot to you, but I think you are so focused on your own stuff, just like, getting it together, making that foundation strong, right? And not super worried about other people or your relationships, at least the ones that need a lot of work, right? Or need to be restored, or, going in, this is going to be, kind of a lot of work. Now, over here, we have a tree that looks like it's being blown by the wind. We also have a person standing here with their arm up. And I do feel like, I'm just going to be honest. I feel like that you are avoiding an emotional storm, a psychic and spiritual storm as well. And I feel like maybe you kind of just continue to put off reconnecting with this person because it's going to distract you. It's going to, I feel like, to me, as I'm saying this, what it really reminds me of is, I'm on the spectrum, and also ADHD. So I'm neurodivergent in a few ways, also PTSD. So I have some different ways of existing than some people, I guess. And for me, when I have things to do, which I always am busy doing stuff, it's hard. It has been hard for me, especially in the past, to always like stay on task and complete things. Like housework is a big one. It's taken me years to figure out how I need to do it my way to get things done. And there's always that moment where I'm like, maybe I should check the channel. Maybe I should look at the comments. Maybe I should pick up my phone and see, and I'm deep in it. Cleaning, mopping, dusting, doing the dishes, getting people's clothes cleaned up and laid out. Yes, I know. I lay everybody's clothes out in the family. And then I get this moment where I'm like, well, maybe I should check just for a second. And then it's, if I open the phone, it could be 45 minutes later. I've time traveled somehow. I don't know. People talk about lost time, baby. My life is lost time of distractions. So to me, it's like the same kind of vibe where it's like, nope, not doing it, not opening the phone. Nope, not texting back. Nope, not answering the phone call. Not because I don't like the person or I don't want to, talk to them. Of course I do. I also know that I have business at hand, right? I'm in it. I know myself. I'll be distracted. When I say I'll talk to you for I got to keep it short. Honey, that's like an hour and a half saying goodbye. I just, so I feel like for you, similar energy. Just like, well, I'll get there when I get there. Right now is not the time. Okay. Now, let's do this, and then we're going to do our lucky numbers. We draw 3 lucky numbers every reading. It looks like it says red, R-E-D, red. Again with the wolf. So we have deep wolf energy. Do you have wolves in your house? I mean, not real ones, right? Not live ones. Like statues, blankets. Those cool shirts. Oh my gosh. Wolf shirts are the best, for real. 24 as a number. We also have, we have the arrow right here. Look at that thing. Clear as day. And we have that Diana energy. Oof. Yeah, that person wants to get back with you, or at least be close with you. There is a real desire to reconnect with you in a deep way. So I do feel like, because Diana, if you don't know, the goddess, or Artemis as well, Huntress has the dogs, bow and arrow. You could imagine running through the forest by the moonlight, chasing down her beloved, right? So I feel like, that's kind of the energy. But I don't know. I feel like kind of you're like on a miss me with that right now kind of vibe. We have 90 as our lucky number. 1, 51, 90, 51, and 56. Now we're going to end with our Wild Bohemian affirmation cards, and I'm just going to flip through. Stop where it feels right. All right, let's flip her over. Number 10, I am free. Oh, yes, I am free. Say it with me. I am free. 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 Hey, guess what? I am free. Your laughter is fluid, sacred medicine. Your beauty dissolves exclusion. I don't know what that means exactly. If you know what that means, put it in the comments. I don't know, because your beauty, your innate beauty, right, gets you into places. I think. I don't know. I think the beauty of your soul helps you connect with Put it in the comments if you know what they're talking about. All right. Aquarius. I almost said Aries, sorry. Aquarius. Can you hear my stomach? It's not, I thought for a second I was hearing thunder. It is my tummy. I'm in the middle of a fast right now, and I am rummin'. My tum is a rum. So anyways, Aquarius, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here with me. If you want to like, subscribe, leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. If you have a prayer request, you can put it in the comments or send it over to ulaishere@gmail.com. I receive a lot of prayer requests over there. Because sometimes people don't want to talk about their business in public, which absolutely, I get it. But you can also do it in the comments if you feel comfortable. And so I love you. You're free, aren't you? You are free. I am free. Yes. Happy solstice. This is going to be the summer/winter, depending on where you're at, right? Of free. We are just free, baby. Not only that, we're showing up for ourselves. We're prioritizing ourselves. And you know what? We're not going to let the world get us down. That rebellious spirit, we stand against this corrosion of our connections with one another, our love for one another, having peace and love and abundance and creativity and just, the oppressive feeling of the stress and anxiety and the confusion and, these deep emotions that we're all feeling, right? But I know if you're here with me right now, you also have that rebellious spirit, because you know what? We're not going to sit around and sink with this ship. No, we're not doing that. That's not us, right? We are ready to build the lives that we want, we deserve, right? And tell me what I wouldn't do. That's my energy every day. Tell me what I would not do. I love you. We'll talk soon. Good night.